So we got a 2013 LS motor. It's in our Tahoe, and we're gonna change the spark plugs out on it. And you got your coil packs all over here, and you got your plug wire that comes down onto the boot here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. So I got the old school pliers here, and we're gonna try and grab these boots and twist them so that we can pull these off without breaking them. And I'm really hoping that happens for me today. These things can be a pain to get off. Try and grab on the metal and twist and pull.
There you go.
Okay, there's one. Now they're pretty much all in line here, so that you can't screw them up. So I'm going to try and pull these off.
Don't say that, Steve. I've seen a lot of things happen in my life.
I'm going to try and pull them off. I'm going to try and get these all off before I start changing the spark plugs and be done with it. Okay, just kind of give them a little wiggle. We're going to put a little dielectric grease on these when we go back in. Pull. Okay.
Yeesh, those were that tight.
Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, we have the tires off because we just did the brakes and we really lowered this car down, truck down, so that we can get in here. And so I'm trying to get this last one off here. Let's see how we make out. Okay.
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna get the spark plug socket and start changing these out. We're gonna put a little dielectric grease on the inside of each of these boots, and then we'll slip them back on. All right, there you go. I got my 5/8 socket on here. Let's crack a couple of these loose. Because I gotta spin them all out on my fingers to get to a certain point. So we'll get a couple out at a time and change a couple at a time. One. All right, let's go get our new plugs out. Now we're going to inspect our plugs to make sure that they're looking clean. I don't see any fouling. So we're going to go match them up with the new plugs and we'll check the gap. So we checked our plugs, and you know, it says between 40 and 44 on line, and we're at like 42. So we're good with these. We went with the original. We didn't do iridiums. It's the factory AC Delco plug for this thing. I put a little scoosh of never sees on here, and I have my Thexton tool that I really like for doing the installs, the rubber tool. Let me grab that. So just, you know, my little Thexton tool here, and just slide my plug in there. And we're gonna go get these first two back in, and we'll put the dielectric grease on the boots, put those back on, and move to the next two. So just going in here by feel. That's what I like about this tool. You can really get a good feel for it, and you snug them down as far as they'll go, and then you just pop the boot off and go on to the next one. You can use a piece of 3/8 rubber hose, you know, as well.
If you want to buy that tool, I'll put a link to it in the description of the video. So you can buy it. Everybody tends to ask us where we got it.
I've had it for years, and there's a shorter one that comes, there's 2 in a kit, and they've been super great. So, all right, so I'm gonna snug these 2 up and then move to the next 2. Oh, that's right. There you go. Just snugging these up. I'm not killing them. You'll feel them bottom. That's it for that one. Now I'm going to grab the dielectric grease. We're going to put some in the boots here, in these 2 boots, and just a little bit, and then we're going to stick those 2 back on. We'll hear them snap on. So I get the tube of dielectric grease here, and I'm just putting a little blob in there. That's all I need. And I'm going to slide this back onto my plug, and you just heard it click. And that's all we're doing. Doing the same thing to the next one. Now, if these didn't have the metal sleeves on them, okay, that one clicked on. You could really soak these with silicone. What we're going to do when we're done is we're going to just silicone spray the boot and the plug wire. Just cover them with silicone spray. Just helps keep the water off them, and it keeps the rubber moist, so that it doesn't dry out and crack, and then that's when you'll get spark to leak out and you'll have a misfire. So it's just a little preemptive stuff that you can do if you're driving. We have crazy weather here in New England, so just this little stuff like this can help stop corrosion getting in there and help stop a skip. So we're going to get the next 2 plugs out right now, and we're going to keep continuing here. The rear one is going to be a little bit of a stretch. I feel like they're loose enough so that I can either get my Thexton tool on there or get them with the spark plug. I'm going to try and grab them with the Thexton tool. Can you get that one up? And we'll go with the next one. Sometimes they don't come out and you have to re-put the ratchet on them. I push the tool down as far as I can. You want to keep the boot on this Thexton tool dry so that it grips onto the porcelain up here. So, it's a pretty tight fit right there, but that's what makes it, grip onto the spark plug. So we've already checked that gap on the next 2, and we've already got never-sees on them, so I'm going to slide these down and reinstall these next 2. Some start easier than others, and if you can get the thing so it walks in just about all the way, it's just less work you got to use with the ratchet, which is nice. So, okay, get this one in there, this last one on. Nemesis helps them slide in. You just got to put a little bit on the threads. Okay, we got those. We're gonna tighten them up this with the socket now. Okay, that's snug. Let's get this last one. Okay, that's snug. All right, we got a dielectric grease. Put a little in our booty. Right there. Okay, that just snapped on. Okay, here. Okay, that snap. I'm gonna get the silicone spray. We're gonna spray these wires now. The silicone spray. Just gonna soak these down. Try and get them covered. You can spray your coils too. Not gonna hurt anything. You got your boots on the coils. Okay, so we're getting our tool down on top of the plug boots again. Into the middle. Need to try and grab that.
So is this the last plug on the passenger side?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And we got the AC to contend with here.
I get that.
Yeah, I gotta get a better bite with this.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the angle of the dangle here. Yeah, this one ain't coming off yet. I got another pair of pliers I'm gonna try. Let's see if these are gonna grab it. Angle's a little weird. I think I might put a little pry bar in there. Try and get in here with the pry bar. After I squeeze this. There you go.
This is the passenger side, last point of the Firewall.
All right, and that just wedged it, and I was able to pry it a little bit and get the boot to come off. Okay, didn't break. That's good. Okay, stick that over there. All right, let's try and get all these boots off here. It's probably going to be the hardest part to get all these boots off. Okay. Got the heater hoses to contend with, some other lines. These pliers don't seem to fit too well on this side. I'll try these again. Trying to grab on the metal part. I was able to wedge it up against the cover on the manifold to pry. You can't really move these heater hoses too much. You can pop them out of the socket a little bit, move them a little bit. But if I'm grabbing them with these, and prying against the manifold, it kind of pops them off. Okay. Okay. There's that one. We got one left to do. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Oh, jeez. We didn't even get the last one.
Oh, we didn't?
No.
Oh, shit. There, you can see what after that one, huh?
Yeah. So we thought that we had the rear one, but no, it's buried even farther back there. I'm gonna try and get my hand in there without the tool and see if I can get it off. Let's see how that works out for us.
Yeah, it's a little tighter on the passenger side than the driver's side. The last one on the driver's side was pretty easy to get at.
Yeah.
But this is the one everybody wants to see.
Yeah,
We don't show it.
I'm not getting my hand in there, so let's try and get these back in there again.
If we don't show it, Steve, this will be the worst video ever.
Oh, jeez.
So we've got to show it.
Okay. All right. Let me try the plastic ones in there. Okay. I think I'm gonna get that pry bar in there again and use it for leverage. Let's see if I can. See if I can pry it up away from the manifold here.
Kind of what we got going on.
I'm squeezing and. Nope. Just barely grabbing the metal. I'm trying to really grab the metal. Can't think I got it there.
See what you're doing. So you're going to use that pry bar to wedge in between the pliers and the...
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tight, guys, I'll tell you that. Can't really get my second hand in there either. Let's see.
Okay.
Yep.
Joy of it all.
Yeah, the boot looks good.
Okay.
All right, let's get this wedged up here so it's out of our face. Okay. All right. Let's go in there and we'll do the worst plug first.
So we get yelled at. So see, we're going through all this effort to show you the passenger side. Last plug under the firewall here. So we'll put an assembly together, the ratchet, and we'll get it out of there.
All right, I'm on the last plug. Taking this out. We get my hand in there, but all right, there it comes.
Let's try and get it out. And there it is.
So I used a little, basically a 1-inch setup. Can't find my 3/8 one, so now I'm going to use that tiny texting tool. So I told you I had 2 different ones. You grab the short one. And this is the one that we're gonna thread it in with. So
Oh, yeah.
Get our next set of plugs. Well, check the gap on them and never sees, and we'll be right back to you.
Alright.
Alright, so we got a little setup right here, and we're gonna try and check the gap, put some never sees on it, and we check the gap, got our never sees on it. We're gonna try and slip this in right now. My fat arm's in the way, but man, it's tight. Okay, I'm threading it in, and I'm gonna just pull my hand out in a minute and show you how the Thexton tool is just worked out for me here. I'm trying to tighten this one as much as I can. Okay, all right, here, take a look. You can't.
You can see the end
You
of
just
it.
barely see it down in there.
Yeah.
See the red?
Yep.
So, all right, so that one's in there, and we're gonna go tighten that one up now. So I can pull the boot off of it now. But you really gotta get in here to get that. Okay. We've got a 5/8 setup with the 1 inch. Whether I have to go this route with it because I can't find my socket for some reason. Tony probably lost it.
It's down inside a Jeep motor.
All right, so this is the angle the ratchet's got to go on, and you're just trying to go by feel in there,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. Okay, and I'm snugging it up. That's it. And then you'll see how it pulls back. And if I had a locking, ratchet, but man, it's tight, You got to get the ratchet to come up on an angle like that to get it to fit in there. And I'm going to need a longer extension for this next one. I can use my 3-inch again for this next one. Trying not to stick my arm down here because if I fall off this milk crate, I'm going to break my arm. Let me try and get the Thexton tool on there, see if it'll come out now.
Okay.
Of course, that's going to come out with the tool now. These are definitely the worst too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands out. Okay. So you're getting the spark
Kind
plug
of flying
started.
blind here, just trying to
Yeah. Got it
get
caught.
yeah. Man, this AC line is right in your face. Okay. There it goes. It started. Let's tighten this one up. Okay, nice and snug. All right, we're gonna put these boots back on so I can catch my wind here. This is our boot for the last one. Put a little dielectric grease in it. Okay, we got some more grease in the boots. Okay, now this is the shitty one. Let's go try and get this one on. It's all by feel, trying to get this boot on here. Oh, it just popped on, thank God. All right, well, let's try and get this other one on. Okay, now it popped on.
Let's get those two on.
Those are the two worst plugs.
Yeah.
We're gonna get these last two, and all right, we get the last two in, and we got our plugs never seized on the threads. We got the boots back on. We're just gonna finish spraying wires down here with the silicone spray, soaking them up good. It's kind of tight in here, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's way tighter on this side. I know you guys like to see like obviously the hard side to do, which is the passenger side on this truck. So we Steve and I wanted to really kind of show you guys what's involved with it. The last two plugs are the hardest.
Yeah, obviously.
The two closer to us here weren't too bad.
No, it's coming in with my long arms. I can go through this way.
Yeah.
Leaning over the fender is really tough. And then that last one, you needed to use that swivel ratchet with the 1-inch extension and the 5/8 socket to get in there. And it's all feel. It's just it's a crappy spot. Unless you got longer arms than mine, you know, to get all the way into the back there is difficult. Leaning over this way to get in there is probably your best bet to do it. We were trying to show you on the video, so but yeah, that's it. We got all the plugs in. We're gonna fire it off, make sure it runs smooth, and that'll do it.